Hello everyone, today I'm here to do my 2019 reading survey. So I do this every single year. I think this is my third or fourth year of doing it. It's a reading survey that the amazing Jamie over the Perpetual Page Turner made. I'll link her blog post down below. I do it every year, like I said. It's just a fun questionnaire of what books you read, what's your favorite. It goes into more than what's your favorite, least favorite. It talks about most surprising, least, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there is like 30 questions, so we're gonna get into it. First of all, we have some stats, which I've already shared a good amount, but I'll go through those quickly. The number of books you read. I read 94 books this year. Number of rereads. None, because I'm horrible at that. Genre you read the most from. For that, I would say that would be adult romance contemporary and YA contemporary as well. I talked about in my previous video, going into stats even more. I read 43 adult books and 51 YA, so YA kind of came out on top just a little bit more than I would have probably liked. I want to read more adult books. That's just how I'm feeling lately. But yeah, let's get into the actual questions now. So the best book you read in 2019. You guys have already seen my top 10, so this is going to come at no surprise. But it's Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Who's surprised? Nobody. Number 2 is book you were excited about and thought you were gonna love more, but you didn't. Again, I've talked about this a lot in my least favorite book. So these might be kind of some repeat things you're gonna see. I hope that's okay. These two I talk about a lot that I thought I was really gonna love but didn't. Slayer by Kirsten White and The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. If you want to learn more of why I didn't like them as much as I wanted to, check out my least favorite books that I read this year. Most surprising in a good or bad way book that you read. For that one, I'm gonna have to go with My Lovely Wife by Samantha Dowling. I think this is my first ever 5-star thriller book. I very rarely ever give a thriller book 5 out of 5. That's just my problem, I guess. But this surprised me definitely in a good way. And I've said it again, and I should have put this on my top 10. I don't know why I didn't. The next question is book that you pushed the most people to read and they did. I don't know for this one. I think the two books I pushed a lot this year are The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary and Things You Saved in the Fire by Catherine Center. Some of my favorite romances of the year. I don't know if you've read them or not. You'll have to tell me. Did I push you to read these? Share with me. Best series that you started in 2019. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think, sorry, I have a whole bunch of books right there. The Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan. This was definitely my favorite new series of the year. I didn't start a ton of series this year. Best sequel of 2019. I have to go with The Wicked King by Holly Black, which is the second book in the Heir of the Folk series. And then we have Best Series Ender of 2019. Supernova by Marissa Meyer. Yeah, my favorite series ender of this year for sure. Favorite new author you discovered in 2019. I think a lot of people are gonna say Casey McQuiston, and I agree with that completely. I loved her writing, so I'm definitely glad to have discovered her this year. Best book from a genre you don't typically read and was out of your comfort zone. I actually did a whole month of reading books out of my comfort zone. It was in March where I read adult fantasy, and I never read that before. I read Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and I loved it. I should have probably put that in my top 10. What's wrong with me? I don't know, but definitely it was best book from a genre I don't usually read for sure. Most action-packed, thrilling, unputable book down of the year. For this one, like, I don't have too many. I didn't read a ton of fantasy with action and stuff, so the only one I could think of, honestly, Carry On. I don't know. It had a lot of action. It went by fast. I don't know what to say, guys. Book you read in 2019 that you would most likely reread next year. I don't reread a ton, so I'm gonna leave that blank. Favorite cover of a book you read in 2019. For that, it's gonna be Wicked Saints. I love this cover, and Winterwood. These are both beautiful and stunning. Definitely my favorite covers of the year. Most memorable character of 2019. I think for this one, I'm gonna have to say Daisy Jones was definitely very memorable, as well as Alex from Red, White, and Royal Blue. Definitely can still picture them very clearly in my head. Most beautifully written book in 2019. There were so many, but I would have to say, I'm gonna try not to answer with the same book every question because that would be a little bit redundant. Summer of Salt by Katrina Lena was beautifully written for sure. Hands down, loved it. The most thought-provoking, life-changing book of 2019. I didn't put one for this because I have such a hard time saying which one was the most thought-provoking to me, so there's that. Sorry, I'm failing you. The book you can't believe you waited until 2019 to read. For that, it's gonna be The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I read this finally in 2019 and I didn't love it. I'm definitely highly the unpopular opinion here. Everyone loves this book. I didn't, but at least I've read it, and I can't believe I waited 2019 to read it. So Throw your stones at me. Then we have some stats. The shortest and longest book you read in 2019. The longest book I read was Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, which came in at 662 pages. It was a beast. And the shortest book I read is Volume 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, High School is Hell. This was 33 pages. The book that shocked you the most? For me, I think that's gonna be Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I read the ending of this and I was just shocked that it went there, and that I wasn't shocked that it went there. I was shocked that that's what the ending was. I just didn't like it. I'll just say that. You're either gonna be a fan of this ending or you're gonna not like it. I didn't like it. OTP of the year. Basically, you know, your favorite ship of the entire year. Tiffy and Leon from the Flatshare. What more can I say? Favorite non-romantic relationship group of the year. Probably the friendship group that's in Renegades, that's in Red, White, and Royal Blue. I really love reading about friendship groups. Anyone from Emma Mills books has a great friendship group as well. Favorite book you read in 2019 from an author you've read previously. There's a lot of those. I mean, there's The Wicked King, there's Daisy Jones and the Six, there's just so many, honestly. Best book you read in 2019 that you read solely on a recommendation from somebody else / peer pressure. I think for that would have to be, sorry, I got books everywhere, guys. My Lovely Wife. I read this because everyone else is raving about it, and I'm glad I read it because I loved it. Newest fictional crush from a book you read in 2019. I don't really do those anymore, honestly. Best debut you read this year. I mean, Red, White, and Royal Blue, probably. Best world building / most vivid setting you read this year. I'm gonna say Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson was definitely very vivid, it was very strong atmosphere. Book that put a smile on your face and was the most fun to read. Hands down, Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. It's being lent out to a friend. It's a graphic novel all about autumn and a pumpkin patch. I had a smile on my face the entire time I was reading it. Book that made you cry or nearly cry. There was a lot, but one in particular. Oh, there it is. Forever Interrupted. Never reread this again. So freaking sad. Bawled the entire time reading it. Most unique book you read in 2019. I don't know. Book that made you the most mad. Hot Dog Girl by Jennifer Dugan. So mad. And I think that was it. That was all the questions. I think there's more questions of like book you're anticipating for 2020. I've done that already. Things like that. So yeah, that's the whole survey tag. This might be a failure of a video. I don't know. You have to let me know. It's just a quick way to talk about the books I've read, and there's still a good majority of books that I've read that I didn't even talk about in this video. So I probably failed immensely on it. Either way, hope you enjoyed this catastrophe of a video. Thanks for watching. Bye.